Hello Dinners, welcome to our channel. There are a variety of ways to measure intelligence. While many believe in IQ tests, others trust emotional intelligence to be much more reliable. There's also something to be said about having accomplishments. Being intelligent is not the same as using that intelligence to create something that no one else can, to somehow advance humanity to be smarter than everyone. Many people are often unable to achieve their full potential, sometimes due to lack of opportunities or unfavorable circumstances. Thus, they disappear without ever being able to make a mark which they could have done with a little bit of luck and fair chance. Want to know what we think? We think intelligence cannot be measured. Everyone is smart in their own way. Better not measure it to let others decide. Still, to tell you guys just how many types of smartnesses there are, we have made a list of some of the brightest minds who went down in history. Subscribe to Didn't Know and click the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest videos. Number 26. William Siddis, 1898 to 1944. An American child prodigy, his IQ was between 250 to 300 according to official sources, perhaps the highest ever. He had outstanding abilities in math, and to top it all, he entered Harvard at age 11, and it was claimed that he knew 40 languages. An MIT professor predicted the young Siddis would become the greatest mathematician of the 20th century. However, William didn't fare well as an adult, doing odd jobs to live by and always in trouble with the law. He never found the right avenue or spark to live up to the expectations which the people he knew had from him. Number 25. Judit Polgar, 1976. The Hungarian chess grandmaster, famously regarded as the strongest female chess player of all time. She is known to have broken the chess world champion Bobby Fischer's record to become grandmaster at age 15. Her IQ is recorded as 170. Number 24. Philip Emeagwali, born 1954. He was a Nigerian inventor and scientist, reported with an IQ of 190. He was once voted as the greatest African scientist of all time. Although many claim this to be controversial, his math work is often credited as being the basic initial framework in the creation of the internet. Number 23. Terence Tao, born 1975. Born in Australia, this Chinese fellow is a former child prodigy whose IQ scores range from 220 to 230, some of the highest ever recorded. He is currently a professor of mathematics at UCLA. Number 22. Cleopatra, 68 to 30 BC. She was the last pharaoh of Ptolemaic Egypt, ruling the country for almost 30 years. She was fluent in 5 languages and had an IQ of around 180. She was also known for being involved with the most powerful men of that time, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. She was instrumental in her time in the development and prosperity Egypt saw under her reign. Number 21. Srinivasa Ramanujan, 1887 to 1920. This Indian mathematician made tremendous contributions in such mathematics surrounding areas such as number theory, continued fractions, and infinite series, despite not having any formal education in math. His estimated IQ was 185. Number 20. Garry Kasparov, born 1963. This Armenian Jewish is regarded by many as another one of the greatest chess players of all time, with an IQ reportedly in the 190s. He was the world's #1 player for about 2 decades, winning the world championship at the young age of 22. Number 19. Bennet Omalu, born 1968. a Nigerian physician, forensic pathologist, and neuropathologist who was the first to discover and publish findings on chronic traumatic encephalopathy in American football players while working at the Allegheny County Coroner's Office in Pittsburgh. Number 18. Aryabhata. Presumably one of the earliest Indian mathematicians and astronomers, famously known for approximating the value of pi and developed the knowledge and use of zero. Number 17. Voltaire, 1694 to 1778. The leading figure of the French Enlightenment. With an IQ of 190 to 200, he was an extremely witty writer, historian, and philosopher. Fun fact, Voltaire was actually his pen name as he was born François-Marie Arouet. Number 16. Hypatia. Hypatia was a Greek astronomer, philosopher, and mathematician. She lived in Egypt and later went to live in the Eastern Roman Empire. She was the first female mathematician that we know of to date. She had an estimated IQ of 170 to 190. Number 15. Johann Goethe, 1749 to 1832. A German polymath with noteworthy achievements in science and considered to have been one of the rarest and greatest talents in Western literature, penning the classic Faust. His projected IQ was 213. Now, how many of you have read Faust? How did you like it? Do tell us in your comments. Number 14. Avicenna, aka IBN Sina, 980 to 1037. This Persian polymath was regarded as one of the most important and influential thinkers of the Islamic Golden Age. He wrote extensively on a variety of topics and subjects from philosophy to medicine, astronomy, alchemy, logic, math, physics, psychology, and other subjects. He is especially known for his work on Aristotelian philosophy and his medical books, like the Canon of Medicine, which became standard at medieval medical universities. Number 13. Galileo Galilei, 1564 to 1642. Galileo was one of the formative scientific heroes of all times, making important contributions in a diverse subject area, from astronomy to physics to math and philosophy. The Italians' backing and campaigning of heliocentrism, which saw Earth revolving around the sun, got him marked as heretic by the Roman Inquisition. His IQ range was estimated to be 180 to 200. Number 12. Gottfried Leibniz, 1646 to 1716. This German polymath, philosopher, and mathematician is best known for inventing calculus. His philosophical work is highly regarded for the conclusion he had drawn out of it that we live in the best possible universe that God created. Leibniz's IQ estimates range from 182 to 205. Number 11. Nikola Tesla, 1856 to 1943. Tesla was a Serbian-born inventor and futurist, known for AC electricity, Tesla coil, wireless transmission of energy, the death ray, as well as for predicting the smartphone, drones, and other technologies. Estimated IQ was 195. Number 10. Richard Spikes, 1878 to 1965. Richard Bowie Spikes was an American inventor, the holder of a number of United States patents. His inventions include a beer tap, automobile directional signals, the automatic gear shift device based on automatic transmission for automobiles and other motor vehicles, and a safety braking system for trucks and buses. Number 9. Satyendra Nath Bose, 1894 to 1974. Bose, a Bengali Indian physicist whose groundbreaking work on quantum mechanics with Albert Einstein resulted in Bose-Einstein statistics. Bosons, a class of particles, are named after him. Number 8. Katherine Johnson, 1918 to 2020. Katherine Johnson was an American mathematician whose calculations of orbital mechanics as a NASA employee were critical to the success of the first and subsequent U.S. crewed spaceflights. Number 7. Marie Curie, 1867 to 1934. Curie was a Polish physicist and chemist, the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, in fact, winning it twice. She developed the theory of radioactivity, coining that term, and discovered two elements, polonium and radium. Her estimated IQ was 180 to 200. Number 6. Confucius, 551 BC to 479 BC. He was a highly influential Chinese philosopher and teacher, prominent for popular dictums. His moral and political teachings had a deep impact all across East Asia. Some recent scholars have debated that much of what we know about Confucius is a myth. Number 5. Albert Einstein, 1879 to 1955. This German-Jewish theoretical physicist is one of the most obvious candidates for such a list. Arguably the most famous scientist who ever lived. Einstein developed the general theory of relativity, received a 1921 Nobel Prize for physics, and had a resounding impact on his field. If there is a walk or Hall of Fame for the smartest people ever, he will be the biggest or the most shiniest star. His IQ was estimated to be somewhere between 160 to 190. Number 4. William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616. This legend is one of the greatest writers of the English language and one of the world's most popular and highly regarded playwrights. With an approximate IQ of 210, Shakespeare wrote iconic classic plays such as Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, and Macbeth, which are still being recreated and played today. Number 3. Plato, 427 to 347 BC, and Aristotle, 384 to 322 BC. These were both Greek philosophers, who also had a significant scientific influence in the Middle Ages. Plato was a father figure of Western science, math, and philosophy, writing a number of famous works like Republic. Aristotle was actually a student of Plato's, studying at Plato's Athenian Academy for over 20 years. Aristotle had a remarkable influence on the development of Western philosophy and science, writing on physics, biology, metaphysics, logic, theater, aesthetics, and other topics. The IQs of both the Greek thinkers are projected to be at 180 to 190. Number 2. Sir Isaac Newton, 1642 to 1726. The English physicist and mathematician, famously known and regarded his eureka moment, that is discovering gravity. One of the most celebrated and influential scientists of all time, Newton had an estimated IQ of 193. His book, Philosophia Naturalis Principia Mathematica, was the foundational text of classical mechanics and influenced scientific thought for over 300 years. And last but not the least, number 1, Leonardo da Vinci, 1452 to 1519. Leonardo was an Italian Renaissance man who was skilled in a variety of fields, from science to painting and sculpture to inventions. His painting, Mona Lisa, is arguably the most famous artwork in the world. The IQ of Leonardo, who was perhaps one of the few most diversely talented people ever, is estimated to have been around 200. So guys, how much did you enjoy becoming smart with all the info we gave you today? Did it motivate you to work on your eureka moment? If it did, work hard guys. No one can stop your name from coming into the list of the smartest people. If you liked today's video, click the like button and share it. Subscribe to Didn't Know and click the bell icon to stay updated. If you didn't know, now you do. Until next time.